It had been a month and it was November 1943. The businesses had been growing, while Clownus had been planning a way to sabotage the other carnival. Chad asked, "Kids, what do you want Santa to bring you next month for Christmas?" Angelica said, "Yay, I want toy cars and books about space." Demonica said, "That's some lamest gifts, I want a bitch I can marry." Hartika said, "Watch your language, young man, Santa is observing and you don't want to end up in the bad kid list, either way you are too young to marry a girl." Demonica said, "Bro, you really think I believe in Santa? You're cooked, bro, I'm like 5 years old already." Alpha said, "The Alpha has had a realization, the Alpha hasn't let you in, too busy trying to dominate the air, but the Alpha would like to know you better now." Luciana said, "Oh, so that is why you have been so distant this whole time." Beta said, "Yeah, I've known this guy for over 30 years, yet I don't really know him, he doesn't let anyone in, physically or metaphorically." Stacy said, "Well, that can change now, we didn't know you wanted to know us better." Gloria said, "Hey, I'm worried about your drug dealing and drug using, you could go into prison again." Mr. Lawless said, "Nah, I won't go to prison, I have good connections, Clownus has some good connections, and I'm able to work through there." Gloria said, "Oh, that is what he is doing, should have known the carnival was just a cover, but just, don't do your deals here." Then we move on to the other carnival, the Freak Carnival. Joe said, "Hey buddy, you need to stop the cocaine, you almost died last month, and you're scaring and confusing the customers away." Chaotic said, "Everyone here is on cocaine, the customers love me and my dance moves, in fact, I'll do more cocaine right in your face, I love my life, I wanna push a knife down my dick hole." Clowner said, "I will execute the plan, I'll sneak into their carnival and pretend to be one of them, I'll scare the customers away." Clowner said, "We're loaned to this terrible fucking carnival, there is a better one down the road by the way, this circus wants to scam and steal your money, I hope you lose everything." Man said, "Hey, aren't you the weirdo from the other carnival? Well, now we know to not check it out." Clowner said, "Fucking hell, that's not how it was supposed to go, well, I'll order a bunch of men to beat the mofos up at the other carnival." He accidentally gave them the address of his carnival, because he was too coked up. Clownus asked, "What the hell are you doing here? You were supposed to go to the other carnival." The man said, "This is the address we received in the order, we'll have to execute it, we were paid to do this." Clowner said, "Fucking hell, none of it's going right, I'll need to go for the bigger guns, and I need to be high as hell to do it." Puppy asked, "Are we ready to execute the plan?" The man said, "Very soon."